Hey, what's up? It's Sugar from Sound Candy Studio. Now today I'm going to take a look at the Goodhertz Faraday Limiter. As it says in the title, I'm going to take a listen to it, I'm going to take a look at it, and then I'm going to decide what I think about it. See you in a moment. Welcome back. Right, so let's start by taking a look at the filter interface. So this is the Faraday Limiter. So we are going to take a look at the interface. So we'll start straight away on the left hand side. Here you have a threshold slider. That's obvious what that will do. It's just your threshold, as you find on many other limiter compressors. At the top you have your ratio. Now the ratio goes from 2 to 1 to 20 to 1. 20 to 1 meaning it compresses very hard and it limits very hard, but it's not a brick wall limiter. So from 2 to 1 it's simply mid compression. On 4 to 1 it's moderate. On 4 to 1 it's moderate, and on 8 to 1 you have soft limiting, and on 20 to 1 you have hard limiting, but as I said before, not brick wall. Below that you have your speed section, and again normal interface for compressors and limiters. You have your attack and release. On the right hand side you have, at the bottom of the right hand side of this section, you have automatic gain, and then you have your output slider there. On the bottom you have your dry wet slider. Just below that you have a bunch of presets. Then you have A/B comparisons. You have this button here which also pops out a advanced set of features, and these are to do with your sidechain and your linking. This button here, which is actually a button, it just looks like a piece of graphics, but it's actually a button, and it's the listen function. So when you engage this ear, it listens for sidechain and it will make adjustments accordingly. So you have internal, external, you have your sidechain trim, you have your high pass filter for your sidechain, and to the right you have your linking sections, left, right, and mid and sidechain, and you have your left sidechain gain, your link sidechain gain, excuse me, and your link amount. On the final icon here, it's this high Q, which is high quality, and this is an on-off button. Now, according to the developers, if you engage this button, obviously you get crisper sounds, better quality, however, at the expense of your CPU. Now, according to what I've read, engaging this could be anywhere from 2 to 4 times the amount of CPU. So if you're using this on across a huge amount of set of drums individually on every track, this may be quite costly to engage. Now, I've not used this anytime, but I can do because I'm not doing very large sessions. But it's not advised if you want to save your CPU, because obviously then you would run into delay compensation, which you'll have to make up somewhere else. So that's that. So what we're going to do, I've got just a simple drum loop at the top here, and we're going to have a listen to it and just see what it sounds like. Let's try this here. What I'm going to do is cycle through some of the presets so that we can just simply hear what it sounds like. Let's start here. So I guess what I possibly should have done, let's start this again, and we're going to A/B, as it were. We'll hear, we can cycle through, but we can still hear. So this is, let's just play the loop without the compressor so that you can get an understanding of what this loop sounds like in its native state. Now let's engage the Faraday limiter to see what that does. Now I like this. Plugin. There's several reasons why I like it. One of the reasons why I like it is because it is almost completely different from many of the others, and the obvious thing, so the elephant in the room, would simply be the graphical user interface. It's not like any other. It almost feels as if it's been designed by a bunch of geeks. Now normally when something's designed by a bunch of geeks, it's useful, but it's difficult to understand, and the interface is difficult to understand. I assure you, the guys at Goodhertz, this is deliberate. It's literally saying, let's go away from the photorealistic representations that we have of plugins today and emulations of the wonderful compressors and plugins which we use, and let's simply focus on the sound. And I think that they have done this very, very well. I have lots of plugins that look very nice and also sound very nice. However, there are times when you want something that's not designed by a geek but works well, and normally when you find these interfaces that are designed by geeks, they're really complicated. This one is certainly not complicated, and in terms of the sound, this thing sounds wonderful. I absolutely love the way this thing sounds. I like the set of presets. Normally I'm not a preset guy, but I think if you're just trying to cycle through some sounds to just see what's going to work on a set of drums as we have here, this works well. It's a good starting point for you to then trim and slightly edit the sound to taste. Now there is a demo available of this, I believe. I can confirm that once I get back. But Goodhertz is a really nice little company. I think they've only been going since 2014, and the suite of products that they have already delivered is very impressive. I'm very impressed by the sound. The prices, as usual, it's very competitive, so there's not a lot to dislike about this. Normally I try to pick holes in it, and I have in the past picked holes with graphical user interfaces that don't look well. Even some of the Waves plugins, they're a bit clunky. However, this is deliberate, as I said before, and I like it being deliberate. It just does what it says it's going to do. It's simple to use. The graphical user interface is very simple to operate. The sounds are great. There's very little to dislike about this. Right, so that's it for this video. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. If there is something that I've missed that has not been very clear, please let me know. Please leave a comment, and take care. I will see you again next time. Bye bye.